John Fenoglio here in the studio with us tonight. He's got breaking news on another death from that virus. John.
Well, Court and Rick, that's right. Tonight, public health officials in the Philippines are reporting their first virus death. Officials there say the 44-year-old man was a resident of Wuhan, China. Now, here at home, authorities are urging people to remain calm, saying the risk of infection remains extremely low. However, the World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus a global health emergency.
Tonight, nations around the globe are racing to evacuate citizens from China as the deadly coronavirus spreads. U.S. health officials confirming an 8th case of the flu-like virus in Boston, Massachusetts Saturday. Officials say the patient is a university student in his 20s who had recently traveled to Wuhan, China, the epicenter of the outbreak.
It was a question of not if, but when.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announcing the first suspected case of coronavirus late Saturday. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar declaring a public health emergency Friday, triggering travel restrictions for Americans.
Any U.S. citizen returning to the United States who has been in Hubei province in the previous 14 days will be subject to up to 14 days of mandatory quarantine. Any U.S. citizen returning to the United States who has been in the rest of mainland China within the previous 14 days will undergo proactive entry health screening at a select number of ports of entry and up to 14 days of monitored self-quarantine.
U.S. officials say anyone other than immediate family members of U.S. citizens and permanent residents who have traveled in China within the last 14 days will be denied entry into the U.S. The Pentagon announcing it will provide military housing to accommodate certain travelers arriving in the U.S. from overseas who might need to be quarantined. Evacuees would be monitored for 14 days, with those found to be sick moved to hospitals. Health officials across the country sharing the same message.
The symptoms that can be consistent with the coronavirus are also the ones that are consistent with influenza. If you've traveled to the affected area in the last 14 days or have come in contact with someone who has traveled and are feeling unwell, call your doctor.
Thousands of people globally have been infected with coronavirus, most in China. There, more than 300 have died, with the death toll expected to rise.
Tonight, local lawmakers are demanding answers after a plane carrying 195 passengers from Wuhan, China was rerouted to March Air Reserve Base in Riverside. That's where evacuees remain under federal quarantine orders for 14 days. Lawmakers say they want to know why there was a last-minute decision to redirect the plane. We should stress, no cases of coronavirus have been reported in Riverside County. Back to you.
All right, John, we thank you.